All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into the incredibly urgent arguments from Jonathan Haidt's book, The Anxious Generation. This is a book that's making huge waves right now, sparking a massive conversation about kids, technology, and mental health. So yeah, let's get right into it.
So, right off the bat, the book hits you with this powerful analogy. It frames the digital world not as some fun new playground, but as a totally untested alien environment. And it makes you think, right? If you wouldn't send your kid to a planet that would physically wreck them, why are we so casual about sending them into a virtual world that, as the data is starting to show, might be doing the exact same thing to their minds?
And I mean, this isn't just a feeling or a metaphor. The numbers are staggering. The data shows a mental health crisis that just exploded after 2010. By 2020, get this, 25%, that is 1 in every 4 teenage girls in America, had experienced clinical depression. A number like that, that's not a blip. The book calls it what it is, a generational crisis.
So, you gotta ask, right? What happened? How did we get here so fast? Well, the book's core argument is that it wasn't just one thing. It was a complete and total change in what it even means to be a kid. He calls it the Great Rewiring. What we've done, basically, is we've swapped out a play-based childhood, you know, the kind that's messy, unstructured, even a little risky, for a phone-based one. One is about learning in the real, physical world. The other is all about virtual performance. And these two worlds, man, they build completely different kinds of people.
Now look, this isn't just some nostalgia trip, Back in my day, we climbed trees. The book argues that by losing these things, we're losing the very ingredients that build resilient adults. Free play is how you learn to negotiate with other kids. Taking small risks is how you learn to be brave. The book has this incredible line. It calls these experiences a vaccine against fragility. And for some reason, we've basically stopped giving our kids this vaccine. And when you look at the timeline, wow, it's impossible to ignore. Think about it. 2009, the like button arrives, and suddenly your social life has a score. 2010, the first iPhone with a front-facing camera. Now we're all the stars of our own show 24/7. Then in 2012, Instagram goes mainstream with teens. And what happens right between 2010 and 2015? Exactly. The mental health crisis just takes off like a rocket.
Okay, so childhood itself was rewired. But it goes even deeper than that. The book argues that the skills you need to succeed in the real, physical world and the skills you need for the online world, they're not just different. A lot of the time, they're the complete opposite.
And this is such a key point. In the real world, everything's synchronous. It's happening right now. You have to read the room, the body language, the tone. You can't hit pause. But online, it's all asynchronous. You can sit there for an hour crafting the perfect witty comment. Real life requires actual social effort. Online, you can just click to join. One teaches you how to be a human among other humans. The other teaches you how to be a performer.
And this simple idea, it really gets to the heart of it. In the real world, ending a friendship is messy. It's emotional, it's difficult, it's human. Online, you just click on friend. It's clean, it's easy, and it teaches a whole generation that relationships are disposable, that you can just opt out when things get tough.
Now here's where things get really, really interesting. This crisis, it's not a one-size-fits-all problem. The book makes a powerful case that this phone-based childhood is a gendered crisis. It hits girls and boys in totally different ways. So let's start with girls. How are they affected? Well, the argument is that for them, the damage is coming from these incredibly visual social media platforms. Yeah, they get pulled into this relentless world of curated perfection, where every post is a performance being judged by their peers. It's a breeding ground for anxiety and self-doubt. And on top of that, the kind of social cruelty that happens through gossip and exclusion, it gets put on steroids online. It's not just happening in the school hallways anymore. It's in their pocket 24/7, which leads to this spike in internalizing disorders like anxiety and depression. Okay, so what about the boys? Well, for them, the pattern is completely different. It's not so much about performing, it's more about retreating. The argument goes like this. As boys start to feel like the real world is, well, unwelcoming to them, they check out. They retreat into virtual worlds where they can feel powerful, where they can get status and a sense of control. We're talking about video games and pornography. They're swapping the messiness of real-world relationships for predictable, controllable digital world. And the result? Profound social isolation. So yeah, that's the diagnosis, and honestly, it's pretty bleak. But the book isn't just about sounding the alarm. It's also about finding a way back. and it lays out 4 really clear, concrete steps we could take as a whole society.
Okay, so here are the 4 big ideas. 1. No smartphones before high school. Let them have a basic phone that just calls and texts. 2. No social media before you're 16. I mean, we regulate driving and drinking, why not this? 3. Make our schools completely phone-free. From the first bell to the last, phones are just away. And 4, we have to actively bring back free play and independence. The whole point here is that one family can't do this alone. It has to be a collective effort, a cultural shift to give childhood back to kids.
And this all leads to the book's final and maybe most profound point. This isn't just about kids, not at all. It's about all of us. And it forces us to ask a really fundamental question about the technology we've all adopted so quickly.
The argument here is that our technology is creating these shallow simulations of things that used to be deep and meaningful. Think about it. A shared, sacred ritual that's been replaced by individual performance for an audience. Quiet contemplation replaced by constant distraction. That feeling of awe, of being part of something bigger than yourself, that's been swapped for inflating yourself with likes. It's like we're trading in the real thing for a cheap copy.
And that is the huge, provocative question the book leaves you with. This isn't about being anti-tech. It's a call to wake up and be intentional. We have to really look at these powerful tools we've built and ask a hard question. Are they helping us become better, more connected humans, or are they pulling us down? Are they lifting us up, or are they dragging us into a world of anxiety, loneliness, and distraction? The answer to that question, well, it's going to define everything for the next generation, and for us too.